what's going on. So we're gonna talk about that playoff game loser, as the game six was the only game scheduled, and it was Golden State that lost to the Houston Rockets. Now they're going to 7 games, just like I thought it would. I said this was one of the most intriguing series that I saw. The other two, there's gonna be a 7 game, obviously with Denver and the Clippers. The Knicks and the Pistons just came up short. But those were the 3 series that I thought were the most compelling, and 2 of them are going 7. And all 3 of them should have gone 7. But let me just get into this real quick. I've been hearing, because I've had some live streams and appreciate the people that come through. So I kept hearing Jimmy Butler, and he came up big. He had 27, Steph at 29, but they had to work for it. Buddy Hield still thinks it's Easter. He's still dropping Easter eggs. 17 minutes and a big old O. It's funny, I did a live stream recently and I said he was the X factor. You know how I tell people that the Lakers were missing Anthony Davis in the series against Minnesota? Well, this series here against Houston, Klay Thompson is missed. They don't have another cat. I know Podziemski came up kind of big, but who else is going to score for them? Who else is going to score? If Butler and Curry ain't giving it, and they're giving up size, who else is going to score? This is where the ghost of Klay Thompson is missed, because he was always good, especially now. It's hit and miss, but he got that one big game. They don't have it. And the problem that they run into is the length of Houston is starting to wear on them. Seguin and Steven Adams came up. Now, of course, Jalen Green is still in a basketball coma. I don't know what's going on with him, 12 points. But Fred VanVleet, do you remember the time when he was with Toronto in the finals and he was giving Steph the business? That's right, Fred VanVleet been going off. I'm telling you, Udoka got a team that there's a reason why they're number 2 seed. And let me just say this. They had to go 7 games to justify their 2nd seed, because if they had a loss last night, it would have been like, okay, that was a decent season, but they underachieved. If it had been 5 or less, they would have been one of the most laughing stock 2nd seed. So now that it's going 7, this justifies them being a 2nd seed. And I do believe it's going to be hard for Golden State to come out there and win. I think Houston is wearing them down physically in the box. I think Golden State needed to put them away by 5 games, definitely last night. And I think the longer the series went, Houston got a good chance. I'm telling you, Udoka got a team that doesn't refuse to quit. In spite of Jalen Green being on a milk carton, this is serious business. And the thing about it, Seguin is no joke in the box, but Fred VanVleet is relentless. This is where he's got a chance to shine. So if you're a Rockets fan, you do believe you can do this. It's not a surprise that it's a 7-game series. The NBA keep talking about experience and inexperience. The problem is that Golden State's experience is more tied to what they did in the past. Teams done caught up, and now you got bigs who can shoot, bigs who can get physical on the perimeter. Draymond Green is jelly now. He don't scare nobody. He's a triple single, and it's just not enough there. And Kevin Looney, who I like, you don't score enough. Kuminga is in Steve Kerr's doghouse for eternity. So, barring something. And Buddy Hield, let me tell you something, buddy. You drop an egg in Houston, you can best believe they're going to probably have your behind shipped out to Utah or somebody that stinks up, because you're not going to get to come back. And that's the problem. That's the problem. They really got their hands full. This is not an easy series. I said this was a bad matchup for them. And people who kind of took Houston lightly or thought that they was just happy to be there have not really understood what Udoka does as a head coach. Because fundamentally they're getting physical. And they basically, what didn't happen now? Everyone's all about Butler and Curry. Well, guess what? That's all they really got, because if the 3rd engine don't roll or the 4th engine doesn't come to the side, this series is exposing. And I already said it's the changing of the guard. LeBron's home already. And Curry gonna probably be home. Durant's already home. And Kawhi, unless they're gonna beat Denver. So you see the old guard again. That's what you're seeing. It's not so much that these younger cats is necessarily taking it over per se. It's just that everybody does the same thing. So now you really don't have a distinctiveness and you don't have no advantage. So Golden State's in a lot of trouble. We're gonna find out what Steve Kerr can really do, because he gotta really bring it or it's over. So there's gonna be a real thriller in Houston. And I said the Rockets, don't lose at home, because this is not what you wanted. And when you get an older team and you play all these games, it starts to take its toll. That physicality, that size is coming. And I'm going to tell you something. As flawed as Houston is, as flawed as they are, as dangerous as they are, you better not mess around, because a lot of people ain't taking the Rockets as serious as they should. And if they win this series regardless, that's a team that you know is going to get something, and they're going to be more problematic. So we're going to Game 7. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and your takes. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm on one time. Peace.